Assalamualaikum and good evening to our lecturer, Miss Irda Hidayah binti Ishak. Today, I and my friend would like to present about COVID-19 and its effects. Okay, first, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Abdul Hanif Hakimi bin Abdul Hakim, and my friend is Muhammad Faizal bin Muhammad Akhir, and the lastly is Fian Ashraf bin Muhammad Arifin. Okay, this is our table of content. First, we have introduction. And second, we have a health, economic, social, education, and the last one is conclusion. Okay, for introduction, what is COVID-19? COVID-19, or in other name, that is coronavirus, that is detected in 2018 in Wuhan, China. The virus is a highly infection, such as it will spread by touch and air. The example of virus implication is we have cough, headaches, and so many on. And it's also will make uh, we difficult to breathe. In 11 March 2020, the World Health Organization has declared the pandemic has declared COVID-19 is a pandemic. And it is because the world has to fight the COVID-19. As we can see, the many people affected, such as in Italy, US, China, and so many countries. And the virus is still going and going. That if you can see the increasing of patient that is infected by COVID-19 is increased day by day. Okay. For in second, okay. For the first point, the COVID-19 will affect the health in the industry. And the first point is the challenges in diagnosis. This is because the COVID-19 early symptoms are mostly common. Sickness like coughing, fever, and so many on. So, it's difficult for people to determine their health status. They have to go directly to hospital or clinic to do swab test there. We also have to pay for the swab test unless we are frontliner or close contact. Okay, for the example, if we have a high temperature, so it's not the correctly we have been affected by COVID-19. The way to find that people who has affected by COVID-19 by a swab test. As my friend experienced, when he want to go to the clinic and to the swab test, he have to pay the expenses price to do swab test. And the price is between 100 and 200 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, the second challenging is it's also difficult for people without transport to go to get their test done. Such as poor people or the people in the rural place. That is difficult to them to go to the clinic that is far from their house. Okay, for the second point is overload in medical sector. As we can see, in Malaysia, we don't have enough supplies in such as in frontliner. As we can see, the nurse, the doctor are tired now to take care of the patient that have affected by COVID-19. As we can see, the total of people that affected by COVID-19 is increased day by day, and the frontliner that fight to which COVID-19 has go tired day by day. As we can see, we have not enough supply in that uh, in that situation. Okay, for the second is in our medical sector, we do not have enough supply in material sector, in material such as the beds, the food, the medicine in to fight the COVID-19, and the place. As we can see, the place who will take the patient that affected by COVID-19 is not enough. As we can see, the MIT Sedang, the MIT Melaka have full capacity or for full capacity for people that affected by COVID-19. Okay, okay. For the medicine, like we can see the vaccine. Uh, in Malaysia, the challenge. We have to challenge about 2 million people to get the vaccine, as the government has launched the who want to take the vaccine have to take in MySejahtera and to choose their date to go vaccine, but it's not enough. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Can I pass to Faizal here? Sorry.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faizal bin Muhammad A. I'll be continuing the presentation. Okay, next, the COVID-19 also affects the economic side of things. For the first point, uh, the COVID-19 disrupt supply chain. We can see that because of the pandemic, and it is dangerous to spend your time outside. There has been governments have ruled out some restriction and operating hours for businesses. Uh, so the businesses will operate in such short times that will make them lost their money and have no profit for their business. They also this will cause as we can see, this will cause small businesses to close down. Next, COVID-19 has also causes losses in national and international businesses. As we can see, because of the pandemic, countries that have high cases of COVID-19 will be restricted to travel to other countries. So in terms of the communication in between two countries, it will affect negatively in terms of business as well. Next, in terms of social as well, the pandemic has affected in in a negative way. First of all, we have to social distance with our peers. This is this is not good because we as a human have to have human contact, and social distancing will cause stress for us. For example, the government also have issued a movement control order that we have to follow. Next, my next point is, in terms of social, the COVID-19 has also restricted our cultural celebration. For example, government has restricted interstate crossing in time of in time of celebration. Uh, in time of celebration, as we all know, this is when we go back to our hometown and meet our parents and grandparents. Because of this, sadly, a lot of people have been missing out from meeting their families. For example, in my experience, my family have to delay a wedding celebration, and so on. I think that is it from me. I will pass to Fian next.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Faizal. Okay, my name is Fian and I will continue for the fourth effect of the COVID-19. So, also COVID-19 may cause effect for the education. So, for the first point, interfering with learning. Okay, as we know that before the pandemic, education was done face to face between instructor and student. But due to COVID-19, now had to do activity study online class. So it made it a burden or a challenge for a student to learn based on online class during this pandemic. This is because student need to provide a few technology item to access or to do activity online class. For example, like computer uh, or tablet, a laptop, and then student also need internet, Wi-Fi, and also need a few things to facilitating learning online. If this item are not complete or some student that don't have for example like don't have Wi-Fi, don't have laptop, of course the learning will also be imperfect and student will find it difficult to understand the lesson. So it will cause student to hard to learn about a new thing. For example, like uh, we learning mathematics and science, for example, that we need to assist from teacher. But if we doing online, so we can do we must to do ourselves to learn. So next point is physical class. Okay, further relative to education involving physical or practical class, due to the COVID-19 pandemic factor, many people need to take care of themselves. Among of them need to keep a distance of 1 meter to prevent the spread of the virus. This is like to uh, apa this the example to the way to prevent virus. So wearing mask, control distance social and so on. Um, So when people need to, for example, like need to distance 1 meter prevent spread of virus, then class activities such as practical or physical class must be done following by SOP. So uh, where the physical class shall be limited to the number of students according to the size of student area, and also to need to keep distance from each other without contact. So for example, like we attend to the lab class. For example, our class has 16 people. So we need to divide it by two group to attend the class because we need to take care of take care of the distance of each people. So with this course, it also make it difficult for instructor and student because they have to follow the SOP, and then in the result, it will cause limited learning in terms of short class duration. Okay, next. Okay, lastly, for conclusion, as we know, the COVID-19 pandemic still continue to have a strong impact on the economy, educational, social, and health sector. So to date, there is no specific treatment for COVID-19. So worldwide, now many clinical trials are underway to find a drug and the vaccine for COVID-19, and our country also has are ongoing to give a vaccine to all people. So at the same time, they have all country get the experience from effect of the COVID-19. So our country should more be prepared to handle the disease for the new disease outbreak, epidemic, and future pandemic. For example, that's all from me. Thank you. So they have anyone have anyone question or something?
Okay, I think that's all from us. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.